let's finally get into Kendrick Lamar announcing that he is going to be performing at the New Orleans halftime Super Bowl show in February 2025. Yes, I said New Orleans. What comes to mind when you hear of New Orleans? Weezy F, baby, right? Okay, so before I get into that, let's look at the clip of Kendrick Lamar announcing, right? It's this quick clip. He has this big American flag behind him. He has this thing that shoots footballs. It's to train football players to catch, blah, blah, blah. And it was interesting what he says, though, in the video. And a lot of people are deciphering what he says. So let's play the clip.
My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so. You know it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it. Boom!
Look at that subliminal. Come on, guys. That's the most perfect subliminal response to Drake. What did we report on previous episodes? We reported that Drake was teasing a round two. He posted clips of Detroit Pistons, talking about, round two, we're going to win. Whatever, I forget the clip exactly, but Drake was teasing a round two in this battle. What did Kendrick Lamar just say? There's a one-time chance in championships. There are no round twos. You cannot tell me it's not a direct response to Drake. He's basically saying it's done, it's finished, it's over. I've cooked you in this battle, it's done. That was a perfect subliminal response, and there's always going to be subliminals back and forth with these two. I'm telling you, there is no more of these guys. They're probably not going to battle. Now, Drake might say, hey, I'm going to battle again, but if Kendrick doesn't want to do it, then Kendrick doesn't want to do it. Now, does that mean Kendrick lost? No, if he doesn't engage in a round two, because right now it's over, it's done. Drake was the one that waved the white flag and said, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Heart Part 6, that's what I heard from the Heart Part 6. If you heard otherwise, I think you are just a Drake stan at that point. I think Drake was the one that waved the white flag. It's done. He said, you're telling lies, I'm telling truths, and that's it. So Drake ended the round one. And that's it. It's done. It's finished. Round two, here's the funny thing, too. Pusha T, sorry, I almost slipped my mind. Pusha T posted on his Instagram stories the quote that Kendrick Lamar said in that clip that I just showed you guys. Only one opportunity to win a championship, no round twos. This is what Pusha T said. This is true with his hands up. The emoji where you put your hands up. Hey, even Pusha T saying, listen, I cooked you in your battle. There's no more round twos. It's done. You get one chance to win this championship this moment. Seize it, own it, lose yourself in the moment of you. Never let it go. Shout out to Eminem again. But see what I'm saying? Like, this is it. It's over. Pusha T's even backing it up, trolling Drake. After that announcement, Jay-Z released a statement as to why, Kendrick Lamar is doing the thing. Now, if you don't remember, NFL and Rock Nation Sports have kind of colluded together and to do shows, to represent more of hip-hop and include more black culture and blah, 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 whatever. But this is what Kendrick Lamar first said. So this is what Kendrick Lamar first said. He said, rap music is still the most impactful genre to date, and I'll be there to remind the world why they got the right one. And then Jay-Z, where's the Jay-Z quote, man? Jay-Z said this. As part of the NFL's official announcement, Jay-Z called Kendrick Lamar a once-in-a-generation artist, adding his deep love for hip-hop and culture informs his artistic vision. He has an unparalleled ability to define and impact and influence culture globally. Kendrick's work transcends music, and his impact will be felt for years to come. Here's the issue, right? These are the questions that I'm not on Drake's side and I'm not on Kendrick's side. I've always said I've always been in between. I do think Kendrick won the full-out battle. I think Drake waved the white flag. That's just my thoughts on it. But I've never really taken a complete side on these. I've sided with Drake at one point, and I've sided with Kendrick. I do like Kendrick's music more, so I guess you can call me more of a Kendrick Lamar fan, but I do enjoy Drake. I was just listening to No Friends in the Industry from Certified Lover Boy, so I enjoy both guys' music. I've never, in this battle, this is the only battle where I've been right in the middle on because I enjoy both these artists. Like, if you go through my history, I've listened to both these artists a lot. Probably Drake more because Drake's just more consistent in releasing new music. But if we're just going like off of, album to album listens, then it's practically the same. And I've never been like in the middle in a battle. I've usually always taken a side. Every time a battle happens, like Drake versus Pusha T, I took Pusha T's side. Drake versus Meek Mill, I took Drake's side. Yeah, just whenever battles happen, I usually take a side. But in this one, I've been pretty neutral because I just really like both artists, really. I just wanted to see them go at it, and I really enjoyed it. It was a great moment for hip-hop. But with that being said, the interesting thing in this is these questions, right? These are the questions that I'm going to ask. Would Kendrick have ever gotten a Super Bowl halftime show for 2025 if this Drake battle never happened? Be honest with yourself, because I think it would have never happened. I think the Drake battle helped Kendrick Lamar get hot again. Now, that's not because I'm not saying that Kendrick can't get hot without Drake, right? He's had number ones by himself. He's been sold lots of records. He's still relevant that he can drop an album and people will still fuck with him, even if he never battled with Drake. That whole narrative that Drake's the one that got him this. But I'm just saying in this moment, that battle definitely skyrocketed Kendrick Lamar. That helped Kendrick Lamar no matter what, no matter which way you view it. So that's the first question. Would have Kendrick ever gotten this show if it wasn't for the battle? I think no, because he probably wouldn't have released an album. I don't know. Maybe he could have released an album. Maybe this was planned way ahead of time before the battle. We don't know. I think it wouldn't have happened. So you got to give Drake props for a lot of the shit that he says about, you guys use me for clout and all this. It's kind of turning out to be true. Kendrick's getting an unprecedented amount of attention right now and breaking records with Not Like Us because of the battle. So I think he got it because of the battle with Drake. And here's why I have an issue with this. This is in New Orleans. This 100,000,000% should have gone to Lil Wayne. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And by the way, there's going to be future Super Bowls in Los Angeles where they could have gave it to Kendrick Lamar. This is a disgrace in the fact that it should have gone to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is a undisputed legend and a GOAT to a lot of people's eyes. Not to me, but just in general, he is a GOAT. He's top 10 or top 5 of all time, period. He's doing another feature run and he's probably going to have another third run. I don't know how many runs in his career he's had. He's had a lot. He's been making music since the 90s, late 90s. Insane. So why didn't this go to Lil Wayne is the question. Then you deep dive and you look into it, right? And this is not really the insane deep dive, but it's pretty logical and pretty simple dive, right? Jay-Z is the one that orchestrates this. Jay-Z did have beef and little issues with Lil Wayne here and there. What did Lil Wayne say about kidnapping your wife? Blah, blah, blah. And then Jay-Z responded to that, and they had little things. And that's the thing. Jay-Z has always been this sneaky, subtle sucker that does these kind of moves that 50's always pointed out to the world. And he'll do this when, like, Nas drops an album, he'll drop a feature or a verse, and everybody will pay attention to it. And when Nas does this, Jay-Z does this. And then when this happens, Jay-Z does this. Like, he does these sneak, subtle, sucker moves that Jay-Z has. And then when he does these moves, he stays so far away from that move that people can't even directly point it to him. Right? He could hide behind that fact that, hey, it's NFL. I can't control everything. I submitted for Lil Wayne. They didn't want to. NFL wanted to do what they wanted to do. Same thing with 50 Cent. When they said 50 wasn't going to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, if it wasn't for Eminem saying, hey, I got your back, 50, fuck that, I'm not performing if 50 Cent ain't performing, 50 would have never performed. And who was behind that? A lot of people are saying it's Jay-Z. Even Drink Champs, what's his name, Nori, said the same thing. That if it wasn't for the white boy, 50 would have never performed. That's words out of Nori's mouth from Drink Champs. Jay-Z probably did this to spite Drake, because Drake has broken a lot of Jay-Z records, has washed Jay-Z in a lot of things, and is probably reaching Jay-Z status of a billionaire. If not, he's already a billionaire. I used to want to be on Rockefeller, then I turned into Jay. And then Jay-Z would send subliminals. It would go back and forth. And Jay-Z's always the king of subliminals, doing sucker shit, which I hate. But he did this to spite Drake. And to put more fuel on the fire and to put more alcohol on these fucking cuts that Drake has. What he's probably going to do is he's probably going to get Kendrick Lamar to bring out Lil Wayne. Now, how does that look to Drake? Your former boss, the artist that put you on, is going on a show with Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick is putting him on and showing him out. Which I don't think Lil Wayne's going to actually do it. Honestly, I'd be surprised if he does. Or maybe Lil Wayne's not getting in between their beef and just saying, fuck it, I'm going to do it because New Orleans. But this should have 1,000,000% gone to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's a vet. Lil Wayne's proved himself. Lil Wayne has catalogs and catalogs of music. It's his hometown. It could have been a great event, but if that would have happened, what would have happened? Lil Wayne probably would have bought on Young Money. He probably would have bought Nicki Minaj and Drake. And does Jay-Z really like that? Does Jay-Z want to put spotlight on Drake? Nah. Jay-Z does not like Drake. Jay-Z does not like that this guy came out of nowhere and just all of a sudden started dominating, has been dominating for a while. Now you can see why I dislike Jay-Z. There's been a lot of sneaky shit like this. And people are going to say, you can't really blame it on Jay-Z. And I expect that because a lot of you are going to say he's so distant from it. And Jay-Z does that on purpose to be distant from it. So you can't blame him. So there is no direct blame. But shame on Jay-Z, shame on the NFL, shame on anybody who had a part on this. Kendrick, not to say that he doesn't deserve it. That's a totally different conversation. He does deserve to do a halftime Super Bowl show. He just doesn't deserve to do the New Orleans one right now. That's it. That should have gone to Lil Wayne undisputably. We should have saw Cash Money Reunion on there. We should have saw Birdman doing his Birdman things. And that's all we should have saw from New Orleans. Nobody else. But, Jay-Z's a hater. And the subliminal shots that Kendrick is sending, no round twos. And Lil Wayne's engineer even reacted to this. Lil Wayne's engineer didn't like this. And Lil Wayne's engineer made some actually interesting comments, to be honest with you. This is what his engineer said. Confused, disappointed, angry, but most of all inspired. We will never again be in a position or have the GOAT in a position where we are at the mercy of someone else's decision. We will make the decisions. To me, this is something going on behind the scenes. And Drake, here's the thing, man. You could clown Drake. You can say whatever you want. This does seem some type of colluding, like the industry is against Drake. They hate that this guy's had this long-ass run. And they need to get him the fuck out of here. Some way or another, they need to start propping up other artists to take Drake's position. And I'm starting to believe it now. Honestly, I used to think Drake stans were crazy and this is a conspiracy theory, but this is very, very weird. Even as a Kendrick Lamar fan, you guys have to look at this. I'm speaking straight to Kendrick Lamar fans. Did Kendrick really deserve this moment in New Orleans? Does he deserve to be on the Super Bowl? That's not the debate. He does. He does deserve to be on the Super Bowl. That's not the debate. Does he deserve to be on this specific Super Bowl? I would say no. For two reasons. One, he just got out of a battle with Drake. Didn't release no new music. Released 3 diss songs. And didn't release an album. Just got out of a battle with Drake. And then 2, this is in New Orleans. This is not the area that Kendrick Lamar should be performing at. But hey, that's just my thoughts. What the fuck do I know? Jay-Z is just a big old hater. I've been saying this for a minute. And now we're getting little things here and there. Damn you, Rock Nation. What did Tory Lanez' father say? This is Rock Nation's doing. I'm starting to believe that right now because this is getting out of control. Whatever. It is what I'm excited for it. I wonder who Kendrick Lamar is going to bring out. I wonder what he's going to do. I hope he has an album out by then. I think I would really like that to get some type of new music from him by then. But we'll see. Regardless, exciting. I'm excited to watch it. I'm not hating on Kendrick at all. I think he definitely deserves a Super Bowl halftime show. I just would have liked Lil Wayne more at New Orleans than Kendrick Lamar. That's all. Because next year, I think it's in Los Angeles or another location. I think the other year it's in Los Angeles. Los Angeles coming up again. That's when they should put Kendrick Lamar. Not right now. But hey, this is Jay-Z moves. Maybe Kendrick brings out Lil Wayne. And does that start a beef between Drake and Lil Wayne? Even though Drake actually gave props to Lil Wayne right now. He called Lil Wayne the most supportive boss ever. He said, we were so lucky to have the most supportive boss in the game. Always gassed us up. So he showed Drake. Drake showed Lil Wayne some love. So there's been speculation that maybe there's some issues between Lil Wayne and Drake. Will this actually raise those speculations if Lil Wayne shows up there? Or will Drake say it's just business? Lil Wayne's showing up for New Orleans for his hometown. Hey, he's doing his thing. I don't know. Will Drake be in attendance at that show? Possibly. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know I think it's bullshit. Lil Wayne should have got this. Whoever's responsible for this, they are suckers and, terrible move. But we'll keep our eyes posted.